My people, welcome to the Kinetic MIXX show with your host DJ Potential. We got a very important show for you guys today. Do not go anywhere, man. We about to prep you for some real exclusive talents out of the Midwest. One that is native to Milwaukee, and one that, she described herself as a Midwest mutt. So she's been around the way in a good way, and she has been able to bless the mic perform with her exclusive lyrics. She is the Real QD, and we got Meechii in the building as well. Meechii in the building as well, along with a manager. So do not go anywhere. We'll be right back on the Kinetic MIXX show. Hey, what's going on, my people? Welcome to the Kinetic MIXX show. Today we got a real good show for you today. We got some real good people that's in the building today, man. I'm just happy, man. I'm ecstatic that like when we got people in the building, I think it's a real good time always, So I for one think that you don't know when you might run into good talent unless they brought to you. So like this talent was brought to me. So what's going on, good people?
What's up?
Yeah. So from left to right, how about you guys go down and like kind of introduce yourself?
What's up? I go by the Real QD. I'm 23. And like he said in the intro, I'm Midwestern. I didn't grow up some everywhere, so in the Midwest though.
Definitely. It's your boy Meechii, man. I'm from native. 26, man. Just you gonna hear from me soon. You gonna hear from me soon. Real soon.
Yeah. What it do is your boy CEO from Hen Nation. You see, we out here, man. Got the artists out here popping. So catch us. We out here doing our thing.
Indeed. Yes, sir. So like, man, with that being said, you guys made the journey here, and I know with every journey there's a story behind it, especially with getting into this industry, man. Like everybody has something to say, but I know with having something to say, you saying it for a reason. So like starting with you, Real QD, like how did you get into like doing what you're doing on the mic?
Well, I realized I started getting into music when I was 12. I realized I could rap. I was always writing. Like It went from writing in diaries to actual music. I was like 11, 12. I used to write little poems and write little, just my day out. You know what I mean? Because I always stayed to myself. Growing up with my mom, and I was just to myself in my thoughts all the time. So I was always writing, and then I'm like, okay. It just came to me, and I always used to be listening to Nicki Minaj around that time. That was her peak, and I just got better and kept doing it. So I'm like, I'm gonna do something with it.
What was about Nicki Minaj that really caught your attention though? Because like,
okay,
because like back then, Nicki was really killing the game, and was it the fact that like she was really the only one killing it that really caught you, or
it wasn't as oversaturated, so she was the only one dominating. It wasn't really a lot of competition, so everybody loved Nicki. So, and she was very relatable, and I feel like some of her stuff her music was very positive, especially for young girls at that time.
Yeah.
The culture has changed now, but she wasn't too over my head. You know what I'm saying? Like I was still young, but I still understood her messages. So.
Yeah, when I listen to your music, I really get that vibe. I'm really starting to connect the dots, and that really make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people wouldn't caught that initially, until you said that. So it really means a lot to hear that. Meech, for you, was there any influences for you that like really got you to like say like, man, you know what, that's who I'm really going to like be a spin off of, or or I'm really going to like strive to like not necessarily be like him, but I'm gonna adopt a lot of what he did in the game and put it in my artwork.
Most definitely. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. It was kind of for me when how I got into music kind of different. Like I kind of seemed like to be like the jack of all trades. I ain't really focused too much on music up until later in my years. Like, I mean, I always listened to music, right? You know, it was always in the household.
Right.
But so I heard all the OG songs. I really love the R&B. That's my flavor.
Yeah.
I grew up off of hearing Pops playing, you know what I'm saying, Stevie Wonder, all the old school, everything. So before I got to the rap, what really got my attention was Wayne. He dropped the No Ceilings. It was before No Ceilings that everybody, of course, it was before the No Ceilings mixtape. But that caught my eye from an artist standpoint. Like, damn, this nigga. I mean, I'm sorry. You know,
we cool.
I'm like,
yeah, we gonna filter here.
Yeah, for sure. I'm like,
podcast.
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, this nigga crazy. Like, it really showed his wordplay and how he can come on and just take what a motherfucker put out and say, nigga, I'm finna do this better than you and show the world that this what it is. So it kind of took my eye like, damn, I can probably do that. So then I started working on it later in my years. But that's kind of the first guy to like caught my eye was Wayne. Even with the Carters, it was everything about Wayne, like how he delivered. He started to show you that he was like an alien, how he was coming out talking different, you know what I'm saying, different talk, but still putting bars in it, still putting flavor. That shit was hard. So Wayne was a big influence. For the most part, probably. I mean, like I said, I was always old school. I like the R&B type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of different influences that I pick off today, though. It's a lot of different people that I like, different sounds. I try to create my own sound, but you know, it's a lot of different flavors that I like out here.
Yeah, when you think about it, you hear a lot of R&B in today's music now because, like, I think what's driving a lot of like the beats we hear now is like because the fact that like people sample from like that old school like real good music, and but what I think what I like about like some of the new artists and emerging artists like y'all is like y'all starting to say like, man, yeah, the beats sound good, but originality is missing. Like trying to be that alien, like you said with Wayne, is missing. Like and QD, the fact that you talked about Nicki Minaj, being in a world of her own too, and Nicki and Wayne, they go together like ketchup and mustard. So so just to follow up on that, QD, like what do you do to like stay original? Like how do you like just get in the zone, or what do you do to get into the and get into the studio that's like to kind of filter out all of the stuff that you hear on the mainstream radio?
So I really don't listen to other rappers.
That's a start.
Like when I was young, like around that time when Nicki Minaj was in her prime and everything, of course that was, it wasn't as oversaturated. It was too much. Nowadays, it's just too much to keep up with. So one, I try not to listen to other rappers because when you listen to something constantly, that's just like when you be around somebody that cuss a lot. Mm-hmm. You be around that, then you gonna catch yourself cursing and doing all this extra and taking on their traits and how they is, because that's just what you is. I camouflage. I can camouflage. So, and another reason for I'm so original is because I actually like I feel my music. You know what I'm saying? Like I really feel it, and it's coming from a storytelling place. It's not like, oh, I woke up and I want to be a rapper. This is something that has grown with me. You know what I'm saying? I started off, I was writing in my diary. Then it went from my diary to, me and my cousins and them. It used to, we was recording on GarageBand once upon a time, burning it on CD, snatching it from GarageBand. So it's something that grew and blossomed over time. You know what I'm saying? But I always had the ear for it. Like I said, my pops used to rap back in the day to go a little bit more in depth. So he was really one giving me tips and stuff about that too. So when I was younger, so that's some reasons why it's so original for me. And I don't need to take from other artists. I do, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? I still just know me, know how I am, and know what I bring, and know my sound. I never been type to, oh, I want to be and sound like this, and because that's what a lot of them do. That's why it's so oversaturated, because it's no more originality.
Right.
And real people that have ears and real artists, they know real artists, they know real music. So yeah, that's a part of it. Some of it nowadays going on, it's not real music. It's not coming from a real, genuine, authentic place.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah.
You gotta, like, just follow up behind that. You got something you do to kind of like get into the zone when you writing or when you spitting.
I mean, like for me, I'm more like an impulse type guy. So like, I ain't never really, like I said, I'm coming fresh in this. This is my like real first year going hard at this.
Right.
So I'm impulse. I'm coming off of like how I feel, how I'm vibing. Like what I really admire about QD is her pen. So like that's when I'm looking like, oh, okay, you gotta sometimes take away, sit back, and come up with something, and then put what you feeling into what you came up with, and then put on the mic. It's gonna blow up because you got feeling, and then you didn't set time and took your time. A lot of people like to rush stuff. I like to work at a good pace, not slow pace.
Yeah.
But I like to make sure that when I work, it's like, to my liking, because that's the only way an artist gonna bring the best out of them. You feel me? Like I said, if you got a good pen game, you sit there and write, you gonna come up with something, period. If you freestyle, artists like to say they freestyle a lot. A lot of it be cap, but it ain't. A lot of it be cap, because I'm telling you, bro, freestyle, and it takes some talent to get in the booth and not really write. And I'm not saying you can't do it. I know people, I know facts. I got niggas that really can do that, but I can then do that on the low. But I'm gonna have to eventually sit down and come up with something that's gonna be that's gonna be meaningful, be powerful, and that's where the music come in, that substance.
Yeah,
you gotta put something in it. Sometimes I'll probably sit there and naturally, if I'm rapping, I'm spitting, you may hear a strain or something in my voice, or a wail in my voice. I'll let it flow in there, because that's the crying, that's the pain in it. I want you to hear that. I don't want my voice to come out sometimes crystal clear, to be like, oh, it got to be for this audience to hear what I'm saying. No, like, hear that I'm probably stressed in that. So that's how it's gonna come off. It may come off like, this nigga stressing in the booth, but he's spitting. That's how you know it's real. Yeah. But it may not sound as clear to you, but it's the artistry in it that make me say what I say. So I know I kind of take that from everybody. You got to just kind of work on yourself and be the best you can be.
Yeah, working on yourself is real important, man. And
process.
I think one of the hardest things you as an artist is like to be able to take that criticism, and especially like when you like doing it yourself, is like, like, man, like, should I criticize myself, or should I just wait for somebody else to critique myself? And I think that's where a manager come in too. So like your job as a manager, like, like has it gotten tougher now? Like, working with these young artists, or like, especially with the way the world is, man.
Man, I look at it like Phil and Michael, man. Let them do this. But no, it gets tougher because we go harder.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We want it tough. We don't want nothing easy. That's one thing about us. We want to go down that hard road. Because anything else coming after that's going to be easy. So that's how we roll.
You get through that mud first, you're going to come out clean, and after eventually, you got to go through that little mud. So shit, we in that shit. We going to get up.
All right, that's real.
Yeah, but I tell you one thing, though, these artists is QD and Meechii, especially Real QD, y'all better look out for it. They coming up. You feel me? They on that rent. Yeah.
I like that. Speaking of which, man, like, we got this Jam Fest coming up, and we're gonna mention this again, in the middle of this interview, and also at the end, but I'm bringing it up now. The Jam Fest is coming up April 24th, 5 p.m., 9 p.m. So if you are in the Milwaukee area, if you not, you want to come be a part of it, you can do that.
Get them tickets.
Get these tickets.
Yeah, y'all
tickets on deck.
Commercials coming out real soon for the artists, so make sure y'all follow that, and make sure y'all support these local artists, man. They doing a hell of a thing, and you see where we going with Jam Fest.
Yeah,
this is something we bringing new to the city. Ain't nobody did nothing like this before. So y'all make sure y'all come follow this because this is for the local artists.
I like
I
it.
see who's on there, Real QD, going crazy.
I like it. I like it. So like when it comes to like performing, man, you know, because performing, I think that's a real important piece to what you do as an artist. What have you guys done so far, if anything, and if it's your first time performing, you know, what can fans expect from you, you know, from a QD performance or from a Meechii performance?
Yeah, I like QD about that. She over there star. She the performer.
Energy.
I like QD.
I would say first energy,
Yeah.
seriousness,
Okay.
shit, and connection for
Okay.
sure. Yeah, deep connection. Because I'm learning more how everything you do, and it's something that if it's something, it's like you working a job. If you managing, you cooking, whatever. You want to try to be better every day. Make today different and better than yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I look at that like with my performances, because I done came a long way. It's like that performance. I always go back and watch. Send me the video. Send me the video, and I see what I did differently, how I moved differently. Oh, I missed that step. Oh, I didn't bounce. You know what I'm saying? So, and I just get better with it, and I'm learning to be more of myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I be thinking too hard on what I'm gonna do next while I'm performing.
Yeah.
And I kind of like uncoordinated.
That can happen. Yeah.
So I'm just like epic. I be thinking like, oh,
Right.
okay, I'm gonna drop with this step and I'm dropping whatever. I got it. I'm gonna just go. I'm gonna just feel it and I'm gonna just go.
Facts.
But I'm gonna say one thing though. You hear how she said send her that video? That sounds like some Phil and Michael, right?
That does. That does. That.
That's what we're talking about. We ain't here to
Like
play
it's
no
been 2 days.
Oh man, listen, that was one time. That was.
I be on it like.
Oh man, she give you a rough time?
Hey man, listen, that was cooking fish, man. She was cooking fish. Almost burnt it too, but it was good. It still came out.
Yeah. So Meech, like, you know, when you performing, man, or like, as you planning to, you know, what can fans expect from you?
Man, everything she said, time 10, the energy, you gotta have the energy to perform.
Yeah.
I like it. When I was looking at back then, I was looking at Travis Scott performances like 5-6 years ago. Before I was thinking about being an artist. Yeah, I looked at that man, he made you feel like you was there and you was not there. I'm looking at it through the phone and he made you feel like you're there.
Right.
I'm almost sweating through the phone, like, damn, because he in that bitch like lit, people jumping up, but it's about his energy. That's what his music brought to you at the time. So that's what he did. Like, it's the energy, you know what I'm saying? It's the soulfulness, feeling your words, you know what I mean? Shit, QD, everything her performance so far, I like what I see. So I be trying to, I'm gonna take off of that and like use that in my handbook, because everything is just all about how you can crowd control, all that.
I like that. Yeah, so with that being said, we're gonna take a quick commercial break for those who are watching live and those who are listening to the playback of this. Man, we got the Real QD in the building. We got Meechii in the building, and Hen Nation, man. They doing big things. Got the Jam Fest April 24th, 5 p.m., 9 p.m. The Miramar Theaters. If you live in Milwaukee, you know where that's at. That's down by Oakland Gyros over there. Oakland Euro, Gyro, however you want to say it. So we gonna take the time out, put this countdown timer on real quickly, and we'll be right back. I thought I had a commercial in the canon somewhere, but I can't find it. So we'll just run the timer, the 1 minute timer, and we'll be right back. Give our wonderful guests some time to clear their throats. All right, we are back. We are back. We are back. We are back. Thank you guys for joining us live on the Kinetic PE Mix Show. For those who are joining us live and sticking with us on this great in-person interview, with those who are planning to play back on all of the multiple platforms that you so enjoy, that you got downloaded in your phone, tablet, maybe you got it on a TV. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like us, comment, share this wonderful episode with someone you know, someone you don't know, as that helps to further everything you are listening to, and to help these wonderful artists that we got in the building with their endeavors and all that good stuff. So with that being said, man, we about to turn back to the regular programming, as we got the Real QD in the building, and we got Meechii, and we got Hen Nation, very own, doing their thing, man. So, before we break down, we was talking about events, man. What you guys doing as far as events, but let's talk a little bit about just what you guys do, maybe outside of music, for a little quick second. Like, other than music, man, what else you guys got going on? Is there there's definitely a life, outside of music that maybe helps inspire what you guys got, so is it anything that you guys working on as far as branding, or maybe not even related to music that, like, you guys enjoy?
So I'm a general manager at Taco Bell.
Oh, that's I dig that.
I work a lot, but I still manage to put, my hobbies, my goals, my dreams. I just feel like if that's something you want to do, nothing should get in the way of that. So
Yeah,
I'm always working, changing my wigs, going playing in makeup. That's stuff I enjoy besides writing it. I am a dog mom.
oh, okay, shout out to the
Got a
dogs.
big boy.
Never heard that before, dog.
Yeah,
So that's just about it. Trying to stay balanced. That's why.
that was on the last episode. We was just talking about that
For real.
on the last show before this one. So we just talked about work-life balance. That is something, like, man, we got to continue to work on.
Yes.
So, like, and you are doing it great. So
Yes.
yeah, we need to pick your brain on that. So
Man.
we'll come back to that question. So how about you, Meech?
So I ain't got too much going on. I like being a father right now.
Yeah.
That's about it, man. I can tell you right now, that's like one of the dopest things I'm doing. Besides the music, being a daddy, and I like the hoop, man. When I get time, catch me on that motherfucking court. Any nigga who want it. No, for real.
He gonna go MJ for real.
A lot of these, man, I really got a lot of these people like, y'all think you can hoop?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But I ain't know nothing, man. I be chilling, man. I be just low, trying to
Right.
focus on what I gotta do in the future. You know what I'm saying? This music thing is a hustle, so like you said, QD says some real, she working and studio time and doing all this and that. That's the hustle, man, and that's what they don't see. So that's the beauty in what we doing is that when we come out on top, we got a story to tell because we hustling about this. So at the end of the day, we still having fun, everyday life. Chilling.
Yeah. At any time, have you ever found it hard to, like, really get in that mode of, like, trying to do music and, like, manage life at the same time?
So, like, I just started back doing music, like, in June.
Mhm.
Well, the beginning of 2021. Okay, I'll
Right.
say, because I actually stopped, and then this was when the time I was moving up at my job,
Right.
and I was getting promotions. So I'm like, I'm just focused on that, whatever with the business. And I had writer's block for like 2 years, and I just couldn't.
That's real.
I just couldn't. So it took for me. I left my job. Stuff was going on, situations, and I just went to a factory.
Okay.
And I was working mornings, and I got off. Seen the sun when I got off. I'm like, what? So I was out of the fast food business for like a month, I say,
Mhm.
and it just came back to me. And then that's when I think that's when I wrote Goat. That was Go remix. That's when I'm like, oh yeah, I got it back. I'm back. Like, because I
How
couldn't
about a
come up with
return?
nothing. Like,
MJ45.
come up with nothing. It was crazy, and I'm always writing. That's just because I really didn't put my focus to that. It was just
Right.
so much other things trying to manage this, that, and the third
Yeah.
going on. So yeah, that was probably like the only time. But I noticed a writing tip too. Far as that, one thing I learned: don't think too hard on it.
Okay.
Of like, damn, okay, I gotta write this. Let it flow. Be in it, and then just let shit come to you. That's the gift in it. That's how you know
Yeah.
you're gifted, when shit just comes to you. Like I be at work and shit, it just comes to me, and then I go, let me put this in my notes before I forget that. Piece that in with something and go from there. So it's like, yeah,
I like that.
I don't force my brain to work.
That's how you. Yeah, that's how you get
That's
the
when you
best
fuck
hits.
up. Yeah.
Like, because like it's something like happening in that moment, like
Yes.
that is just giving it to you, just being downloaded right there, and like
Yes.
that's really your information right there.
Yes.
You know, my nigga, when we was talking about the other day, he called me. He was like, Meechii, bro, you gotta take this serious. He be doing what everybody be doing, trying to just get me on that. Nigga, go all the way 10 foot in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't, man. A lot of times I be ready to get this shit up. I be wanting to say fuck this. I be wanting to say everything. I be wanting to say I don't even want to. It's been times where I stopped even singing. I stopped rapping, singing for a whole year, and that's something I always did. Ain't nobody gonna ever see me, but I'm always in the crib singing, rapping, doing something, because I got to stay me. I got to. Whereas then if I lose what I think I can do, I'm like, damn. So when I ain't got the motivation, I be feeling messed up, like. And that's why, I appreciate Cuzzo, right here for calling me. He always hit me up like, man, come in the studio, finish this song. We always got stuff we working on. Every there's always something to work on. But he like, man, come in and do this. You know what I'm saying? You got it. Just come do this. So if I ain't had that, man, but then it's like without that, I'm trying to find it to where it's, if I ain't had that, can I still find the motivation to do it? And that's the self. That's the self. It's like you got to work on yourself. Like, damn, nigga, push yourself. Like, if it wasn't nobody else push you, is you gonna push you? That's what it matters. Everybody can lead you, but you got to take the drink. You got to take the water. You can get led to it, but you got to push yourself at the end of the day. So it's a battle every day, uphill, downhill. But we gonna, you know what I mean? I'm taking this full fledged now, so it ain't shit to me now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like something you said important, man, is like the fact that like you got somebody pushing you, and I think that's really important when you got that positivity, when you got somebody that believe in you.
You don't need to believe in yourself.
Yeah, especially when you have times when you like, damn, fuck it, I'm done. Like where does that come from you? Like, like how are you able to, like, get that type of energy to be like, and just put that energy into other people? Like, have you always been like that?
Yeah, I always been self-motivated, man. That came from my roots. You know what I'm saying? With great work ethics. That's why I work harder than most people.
Right.
Even when I worked at jobs, I work harder than them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's work ethic. But, I try to embed that with the people who I deal with, who I work with. I see you taking this real serious, I'm going to take it serious.
Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? And it's only, if I learn something, I try to pass it down to just so they can keep on top of the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So they can learn it as well. So, yeah, I just try to keep, you know what I'm saying, the people around me motivated. Because if I could be self-motivated, but if the people around me ain't motivated, what's going on?
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's always good to keep that circle, keep moving, like a tire.
I know that's right.
The car don't roll.
I know that's right, man. I like that. And shout out to looks like Cornelius on Facebook. He said, "Yes, indeed, indeed." We put your comment down on there. Yeah, indeed. So we got a lot of people watching, man, and as we roll on, and I told you I was going. I told you keep plugging it, man. We got the Jam Fest down at the Marinard, Milwaukee 2022 Milwaukee Jam Fest at the Miramar, April 24th, 5 p.m., 9 p.m. Come on now, the Real QD will be there. The Real QD will be there. We got other people on the flyer. Get you a ticket. Number to get a ticket is 313-200. Is it okay to put the number on there? Yeah, 313-2005. 313-20005. Get you a ticket. So, we talked about motivation, man. I think right now in this world, we need a lot of people. We need a lot more artists that's keep the grind alive. Cornelius on Facebook, you going crazy. So when we talk about motivation, man, and motivating other people, how often do you take the time to to check out like some of the feedback you're getting from your music, and what type of things are you hearing, from like people when they talk about songs you didn't put out there or anything like that?
So we have like a certain group of people in Milwaukee that we support each other. Okay. So majority of the loves come from them, but like no lotto, like I just be getting random comments, like because I promote on TikTok too. Okay. And a bunch of people from different countries, they be just commenting. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a lot of followers. I think I got like 1,500 followers. Mm-hmm. And
don't minimize that.
But they heart them a lot.
Don't minimize that.
I get a lot of hearts and stuff. So and my dad always told me like somebody always watching you. You never know. Yeah, so somebody always watching you, and I'm starting to see it because it be people like I don't even talk to, or people I went to high school with that I ain't talked to in years, like adding me and watching stuff, hard stuff, and it just always random, and I appreciate that, and I don't. How can I say this? Well, I appreciate it, and I don't expect it, and I think that's the best part of it.
Yeah, Cornelius agrees too. He says, "Shorty be going hard, always."
Thank you.
Shout out Cornelius on Facebook.
Yeah. Like for the most part, I haven't really got any negative feedback. If I have one dude said that I put too much emphasis on when I'm pronouncing words, but every artist do, they try to make it rhyme, but that don't stop nothing. As long as the good outweigh the bad, it's more positive feedback than, you know what I mean? As long as you believe in yourself, fuck what everybody else talking about. But I don't expect support. I don't expect nobody to be down my comments, be none of that, because what I do get, I don't get flooded with all that. Because a lot of people like to make shit look on social media like bigger than what it really is. People just want to be fans and dick ride and shit like that. But the people that comment on my stuff, I feel like it's more so genuine because it's not a lot. You know what I mean? So that's a start. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm just getting a little buzz now, but I don't expect it. Nothing.
I like that. Shout out Nashawn with the strong arm, and back to Cornelius. I'm just a producer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they showing so much love out there, man. Appreciate y'all comments. Y'all going crazy out there. So Meechii, man, like what type of feedback have you heard, man, out there?
Yeah, man. Hey, it's the fans make your music in a way, so it's like you want people to hear you, right? But it's like I don't focus too much on what somebody. It's not the arrogancy, but it's almost like the. How can I say it? Like different from hearing the song and then being there when I made the song, or being there when I was coming up with the song. Because a lot of times I hear a song in a certain setting, it may sound this way rather than when I hear it over here. I might be in the car bumping this, it sound way better rather than me hearing it from somebody telling me, oh, it's like this. So, you want to take everybody's opinion, you know what I'm saying? And that's the best thing about it. I take all opinions. I don't really care what you're going to say about my music because my artistry going to still stand out. So you want to hear everybody. People going to talk to the day you die. You can't take one person's opinion and be like, okay, I ain't good no more. If somebody like you, one person like you, one person don't. Okay,
Right.
Somebody else gonna like you, somebody else ain't gonna like you. So the more you gonna elevate, get higher. 200,000 people gonna like you, and 100,000 people not. Them 200,000 people who's making you. You feel me? Like, or 1,000,000 people don't like you, but the 200,000 people do like you. Well, them 200,000 people is who you talking to. You ain't got to worry about trying to reach everybody. They gonna come to you if it's real. So that's how I feel.
I like it.
And one more thing I want to say on that. Shu probably heard every song before anybody else heard. And I be trying to tell him, he like literally all the songs. I be like, come on now. Like, it's something that didn't sound right. What did I be like, do this sound right if I say this? So he's always the first to critique, you know, because I'm very hard on
That's the hardest
myself.
thing to do is to critique like somebody like you did. Like, that's the hardest thing because we rocking with her, but we got to still make sure we know that, you know what I mean?
Nah,
like,
be real.
That's what I'm saying. And a lot of times we can, you know, that's the hardest thing
terrible,
to do.
And I can think harder. Let me know.
You got
I know
to.
you can go
You
deeper
got
than
to.
that. Like, come on.
Putting out
Don't
nothing.
just have it.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, hell no. Put that back up in there. Put that back in the lab. You know what I mean?
For real.
Hey, shoot, Tommy, he'd tell me a couple times, man, hey, man.
Hey,
Come on,
that's
man.
what I'm
Hey, man.
doing.
Hey, you can't, when they say that, it's like, you got to put your pride to the side a little bit. You got to put that shit to the
Of
side.
course.
Right.
Like, okay, let me hear his out. Then you got to come both ways with it. So you can't never take no.
But you also got to know that when you taking constructive criticism, that it's for the good for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what some of these artists out here don't understand. They don't know how to take that constructive criticism inside of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I guess it's ego, it's pride, but gotta understand that's only going to better yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing good about these artists is right here, that they know how to take that constructive criticism and put it in the pot and mix it up and come out with something way better.
Mm-hmm.
I
So
like
that's
that.
that's the best part about them. That's why you see them coming out, they're coming out hot.
I like that. So man, so with that being said, we're gonna take a quick break real quick to calibrate here, and we'll be right back with you guys on the Kinetic PE Mix Show. So we got the Real QD in the building, and we got Meechii in the building, and Head Nation.
Yeah.
Not even looking at that shit. I'm not expecting low.
Percentage on these
Baby charge 300,000 feature.
Okay, we back. We got sound. We got sound. We good. Let me just get our video going.
Do we have a problem?
Thank y'all for bearing with me.
Okay. That's not it. Do we have a problem? I don't really care for
Good.
the
We
ending.
crystal.
I like that beat though, baby.
So hard. The beat's so hard.
It's hard.
Boom, boom, boom.
It's hard. That's hard. That beat, like,
The beats. What?
that's what keep me at least obviously.
All right, we back. We had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we was able to work through it and sort it out. So we got the Real QD in the building. We got Meechii. We got the Hair Nation in the building too, doing our thing. So man, thank you guys for bearing through that. We got through it. And man, I tell you, technology is not your friend sometimes, but you know, and I'm the only engineer in the building, so I had to engineer through it, do what an engineer does. So you know, so we got some final things we're gonna wrap up before we get on out of here. You know, and answer some final questions. So you guys can get more acquainted with the Real QD and Meechii. If you guys got some things you want to throw out there, you know, the comment section is open. Feel free to throw those out there. You know, Cornelia says, "Fam got bars too, heavy punchlines."
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice, y'all.
Yeah, they throwing them out there. So speaking of which, you know, like I think I overheard him say something about like you know, like maybe give us a little line. Like one of y'all curious about giving us little lines?
What?
Giving us some bars? Yeah,
Yeah,
put it on the spot like hey.
Okay. All right. I say it last time.
This is the first time I ever done this on the Kinetic MIXX show, by the way.
Okay. Look, he think I'm a cuff because we linked up a few times. And I don't do drugs, it's Remy and smooth wine. Tell her be direct, stop talking through the grapevine. It's never pressure about a nigga that is not mine. And I do not alter cake, it'll get severe. You broke, you shouldn't be raising glasses, bitch, go get a beer. Nigga, do not lose your life trying to interfere. They say they don't fuck with me, am I supposed to shed a tear? Who making up these rumors? Y'all be saying anything. And the main bitches that be talking don't have anything. And they mad cause I'm at a place they can't intervene. And I do this on my own. I never needed a team, but I need a nigga that's gonna be obedient, not one on the media giving comedian vibes, cause these bitches could not beat me if they tried. Hey, she can't take the pressure, so I didn't even apply. Okay.
Period.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, going crazy.
Can't speak after that. Please.
Michelin, should I go after that?
Nah. Y'all wait for more on that one.
Yeah. So that's a little preview of what you can get at Jam Fest. I got to bring it up one more time. Jam Fest.
Yeah.
Make sure you be there. Jam Fest, the Real QD, April 24th, 5 p.m., 9 p.m. at the Miramar Theater. So, man, like just hearing that, man, like, you know, I'm nostalgic already, like, cause like you don't hear artists. You don't hear real artists anymore. It's rarity, man, where you getting to hear real artists, like, you know, being willing to, like, you know, spit for you too, like, you know, like, so like so let's talk about, like, man, you know, even Meechii was like, yeah.
Hey, you got me. Tell you, hey.
So, like, let's talk about the route of, like, independent artists versus, like, you know, being signed, right? You know, if the option ever came in the, you ever had that fork in the road where the option came between, hey, you know, should I stay an independent artist or should I get signed? If, like, that opportunity came, which one would you do?
Okay, I honestly feel like it all depends on the individual's circumstances. It all depends, because everybody's lives is different. Everybody has different stories, different struggles, different things that they go through. And it also depends on what do you want out of it. Do you want to just be famous and want to be known, or do you want to be rich?
Right.
Or do you not have a clue? Can you not read? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So that's how I look at it. I'm very understanding, and I'm kind of like outweighing options with that, because it's all about what you want from it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But also still trying to educate myself on that, because I do watch a lot of videos and a lot of people do get screwed over. But I mean, it's all what you want.
Or they just get screwed.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, there's a lot of that too.
You know what I mean? And them just being so happy and eager to, you know. But I definitely feel like it's more about who you have in your surroundings and what type of team you have. Like, I fuck with Shu and I work with Shu because he's genuine. I never got a bad vibe. I never got a greedy vibe. We don't even talk money. We talk money, but it's not money. And I can read and tell off a motherfucker their intentions and their spirit just based off how they talk, what they say, how they said to me in the energy. So it's just, that's something you got to pay attention to. And that's have a team, have a real team with some people that know. That's
important.
You know,
that's real important. How about you, Meechii?
Most definitely. I mean, just to piggyback, you know, I agree with everything she said pretty much. Just to piggyback off of it, have a team. You know, like, it's that team that's important before anything. Like, ain't no I in you. You know what I mean? Ain't no I in team. So you gotta, you know, if the situation is right, you know, it ain't about just taking the bag and going. We in a day and age where you can see, we done seen how many rappers then fell off because they done took the bag too quick maybe, and now they ain't making no more because they done got finessed over it. Because the label, we all know sometimes how that work out.
Right,
and ain't all just in your benefit. It's not at all. It's benefiting more them than anything, period. It's always benefiting them more. So you got to understand what you want. You know, the situation's got to be right. That's why we here for now. We keep it in the family, we keep it in the team, keep it in the nation. So to that shit go up, you know, man, we that's what that is. You know what I'm saying?
That's important. So, like, you as a manager, like, you know, how you feel about what you heard from them? Like, like just hearing that, and like, and and if like someone came with you with that with those type of opportunities, like how do you have that conversation with them?
Well, first off, by hearing these artists, they still learning, but it you can hear out their mouth that they listen to when they listen to people who's trying to tell them something.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the first thing first. You always gotta listen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just to get further in this game, because this game constantly get taught. So you got to constantly be a teacher, and you constantly get taught in this game. But like I said, anybody coming to us, shit, we hitting them with great negotiation powers. You feel what I'm saying? That's one thing that these artists know that most don't know. We got negotiation power. So you just not finna come to us just on no regular, oh yeah, here goes some money, here go a bag. No, we know about distribution deals. We know about them publishing deals. We know about them points that them artists need.
Mm-hmm.
So when you come to us, record labels, majors, make sure you come correct.
I know that's right. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. There's people now, like 20 years later, fighting for everything you just named.
The bag gonna come. You gotta hustle first. If you a hustle, if you a hustling ass motherfucker, you gonna get the bag regardless.
Right.
So it ain't really necessarily trying to chase the bag. We gonna get the bag. The bag gonna come. It's gonna come, guaranteed. It's about when you get the bag, what do you have now to keep that bag?
Right.
Or what comes with getting that bag. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a whole bunch of shit that come with that. So we got to make sure the shit is right and go, like you said, negotiate. It ain't just coming, throwing that shit on the table and we taking that shit. Hell no.
And that's one thing about them. They just not learning about the music. They learning about the business also.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They're not being nonchalant to a situation when it comes forward to them.
Yeah.
So this is something that we teach one another, that we learn off of each other. Because I think that's something that these artists need to take heed of, to learn a little bit more about something that they're trying to persuade as a career in.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that they just not out here just freelance just making music. No, they up in there in them books too. They know about them points and them percentages.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the difference. You know what I'm saying? And they can make dope music. So what type of artist is that's going to come to you? You feel what I'm saying? So you got to come to them correct. Simple as that.
I did that. And just like switching up, like, switching gears just a little bit, and just like I heard something that one of y'all said about like fame or riches. I know one thing that the kids nowadays kind of look at is they start looking at like how much fame you got, and they try to equate that with like how much money.
They want the clout, man.
Yeah, they start looking at that. Like, has that ever been a concern, or has that ever like stopped you in the tracks of like, you're progressing, like, you start like looking at like, okay, my follower count is this, or like, and then you start equating that with like with what you're doing.
With everything just coming to the light, and with not to the light, with everything just coming to us, to me, it's just natural. It's just the universe is gonna come to you. If that's meant for you, it will come to you. Like, I don't force it. You know what I mean? I don't even tag. I only tag my manager in my other page and stuff I upload. I don't tag 99. I don't force it. I let it be genuine and let it come to you. You know what I'm saying? I look at that and I try to push, and I always tell myself, okay, I'm not promoting myself good enough. I'm not doing it hard enough. I'm not posting this. I'm sitting on video. I'm not uploading to my channel. So I'm always hard on myself. But all that, let it come to you. Yeah. Just don't be a force on it, and like know what you in it for. That's where the confusion come in at, because it's a lot of famous people that's broke, and it's a lot of rich people that's not mainstream and not famous and known. But if that answers it.
Yeah.
They don't focus on the numbers, man. They focus on the music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why you hear dope music from them. You can tell the artists who focusing on them numbers, on them social media sites. Yeah, it look good for for the record labels or whatever. But when it come down to it, them people who really making your way, that's what really matters. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we focus on is that music and that connection to them fans.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why you feel a lot of emotional and tied to the music that you hear from QD because it's straight from her feelings. It's not just trying to compete or just trying to say something or just trying to write something down and put it out here. This is something, you know what I'm saying, that came from inside. You know what I'm saying? Last time we heard some music like that was what, the 90s? It's a real good feeling music. No disrespect to the new artists. You know, they dope too coming up.
Yeah. Okay, indeed. So like with in terms of like collaborations, we talk about celebrities out there, like, and we talk about like those who are, worthy of a collaboration sometimes. Like, so like, is there any like dream collaborations y'all got in mind?
Oh Lord.
Cowboy, you gonna see this. Locally, besides my team, and I'm not from Milwaukee, but with me being in a hub and with me, building a little buzz and being out and work,
they're starting to claim you
here.
here.
I see a lot.
Yeah.
I see a lot, and it's a bunch of talent in Milwaukee. Like, don't get that twisted. They really, Milwaukee really the middle child of Chicago, Charlotte, whatever. But the problem is with collaborations. I used to be so eager, like even with people in Racine or whatever, I'm finding out a lot of niggas do music. Like, I done reached out to plenty niggas to let's work, you know what I'm saying? Before I started learning, because you got to grow with what you're doing. A lot of people that do music, it's the difference between a rapper and an artist.
Right.
And a lot of them, I'm starting to see, they don't take themselves serious. I didn't wrote verses that I had to make songs because people play in my face about features. When they ask me for features and I write a verse, and they play, they don't know anything about doing stuff legally, with registering, buying the beats, and exclusive, contracts, agreements, all that. They don't really, they don't really know about. They're oblivious, but then it's like they don't believe in themselves.
Yeah, I seen
they
a
don't take themselves serious.
whole Facebook battle about over a beat that didn't belong to nobody.
Yes, you know what I'm saying. You would get into some stuff messing with somebody else. But I just feel like a lot of artists, they don't believe in themselves enough. You would see if they believe in themselves, and you would see if they was really serious. And that's the people that I want to work with. You serious? We could work. We could talk. We can, you know what I mean? But I'm not about to be playing. I take this serious. I'm not gonna waste no time with nobody. I'm not gonna play with nobody. You'll get blocked.
That part right there. So it's a lot of that. Like, man, like I'm glad you said that, because that serious part, that people doing it the right way. There's a lot of people that just out here really just rappers, and but there's you don't find too many artists, but there's a lot of rappers that just rappers because it's a cool thing to do.
Right.
It's a hustle. It's a time consuming thing. Like, you can't waste your time on thinking motherfuckers finna give you this people. Like she just said, that'll make you hot. Like, you coming to me correct on this feature tip. This has to be done because I'm wasting my time. I could have been doing this. You taking time like this, and I could have been here. I'm paying for this time. I'm paying for studio time here. I'm doing this here. So it's just some shit that, like she said, it gotta be, everything gotta be cordial there. It gotta be a good, meaningful, vibe. Like, not just anybody trying to just rap and put out something and then try to get you on it and then go, we want to make sure it's together. At least that's what I feel like she said, kind of.
Anybody you want to work with?
I mean, we're from the city.
Like,
anyway.
I mean, yeah, I'm open. I'm definitely open. I like different vibes and everything like that. Shit, like,
on the game, on the vibe.
You know what I'm saying? Who?
What was you thinking, dog?
Yeah.
But nobody, you ain't got it.
Give me a song with it. Give me a song like Thug. Going crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that'll balance because he got that high pitched auto tune.
Yeah.
Or like I don't know, that's just a little diversity tip. Or give me a song like I said, I love Wayne, so if I get bars with Wayne myself too. So yeah, we'll go crazy on that too. And you want to get some bars, you can go crazy on that. You want to sing, harmonize, go crazy on that.
Even if he's 60, shit, that's Wayne.
Wayne,
Yeah, still Wayne. Yeah.
I need you, fam. Rain, bro. 52, man. Come on, bro. Like this. Come in the booth with you, man.
Yeah.
We gonna get that Wayne feature. We gonna get that
with a cane.
We gonna get that Wayne feature. And that Thug feature. We gonna get that Thug feature most definitely.
I like it.
Thug in my vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you
He like one of them little Uzi. You gotta match his energy with that because he's.
You already dropping jewels?
Not saying he ain't hard. He ain't got no hot shit. He definitely got his own sound for sure. But
Right.
Say about that. But yeah, I'm open. We
I want to
open
stick
up.
with the melody.
So we about to do like about 1 minute or a few seconds of like I call it, we got this round called this or that, you know, where like I compare two different things like that's kind of like, you know, mainstream, you know, and it allows the audience to get to know you a little bit, and you know it's a way too to kind of lighten up the interview as we exit on out. so like one thing that like, you know, me and somebody was debating over, and we always have this debate too, was like between Coke and Pepsi. so like Coca-Cola or Pepsi.
I'm trying to stay away from soda. It gave me a lot of cavities.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely gonna go with the Coke.
Yeah, that's good.
Coke. It's. I feel like Pepsi get watered down after a while.
It do.
Like,
I said the
loses-
same
You
thing.
feel me? It lose that. For real.
Pepsi, my nigga, you already know.
Boy, overrated.
You must about to drink it right away.
Chasing, I ain't jump chasing it with something probably.
Okay.
Hey, yeah,
That makes sense.
I'm doing Pepsi because it go good with Hennessy.
Hey,
Bro.
Hen Nation. Well, that's a good follow-up. You know, Hennessy or Crown Royal.
See how you not gonna include my thing. I thought you was gonna say Henny or Remy,
We can add in that.
but Remy over both of them. But
Okay.
if I was to choose, you
Yeah.
say I wasn't really with the Crown. I drink it on some, you know, if it's the L type, whatever. But definitely Henny. Definitely Henny.
That part.
Yeah, Henny.
We on the same page with that one.
Okay. All right. So another famous one, KFC or Popeyes?
Popeyes.
Definitely Popeyes.
Okay.
I was fucking with
Extra
Popeyes,
sweet heat.
so I had a bad experience.
That's the only way you would stop fucking with Popeyes if they give you that bad experience. I believe
Remember
that.
the good about it though. What made you keep going back? Like
Popeyes was the shit.
Popeyes.
Popeyes was the shit.
Mm-mm.
And they came out with that
Oh,
sandwich.
man, I was
Fucked everything up. Workers don't want to work no more.
Bro, I
They
went to
fighting.
Popeyes the other day. Do you know they said you gotta have the exact? I'm talking the exact chain. It wasn't nothing. No, I couldn't have over the total. They weren't gonna give me no money. I said so.
They stealing.
I said what the fuck? I had to get a whole other chicken sandwich just to complete my $20 bill.
Yeah.
Gave away 20 at the damn Popeyes.
Did you need that change up there too?
Bro,
Oh,
no, they lucky. I mean, hey, I ain't want to hurt that bad, but nigga, if you need that change, no, I would have went somewhere else.
They was cuffing the chain.
Yeah.
Cuff the
They
chain.
gave us
Just
3.
go ahead, take it.
Yeah, just have it.
My food.
Damn,
Yes,
bro,
a
we
food.
already there and shit in the line.
Yeah.
Almost on. I said, you can't give me $5? I said, you gotta get another sandwich, buddy.
Right.
Wow.
That was crazy, bro. That was crazy.
Oh man. Last one. You know, so like if you had to choose, you know, any show to blow up on, you know, like any talk show, you know, the blow of the Oprah Winfrey show when it was still on for the Breakfast Club. Because
Them the only options.
Yeah, them the only options, unfortunately. Because Oprah could blow you up, but the Breakfast Club, a lot of people have gone on there too.
It all depends on what you're going up on. Fire, they messy. A lot of the show, they is messy. But I say the Breakfast Club, but they gotta come correctly because I'm a Cancer and I get on your ass. Like, don't get to talk
gonna get on your ass, girl.
Hear that show, man? She would get on your ass.
Like Angela Yee.
You'll get on there, they'll make you donkey the day the next week.
10 years ago. That shit.
Yeah, you be the donkey today the next week and stuff.
You know what I'm saying? But no,
You gonna hear this shit make you duck.
I mean, I say the Breakfast Club because Angela Yee, she got her own little show too. She be doing,
She got lip service.
Yeah. So they got different avenues and stuff. This is that one. So
yeah, it'd be Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club.
Okay.
Oh, y'all tripping. I'm going with Oprah.
I mean, I can
Winfrey.
say Oprah, but you talking about now, right?
I mean, but like, we, in the same
Oprah
context.
Giving away gifts.
Yeah, it's in the same context.
Breakfast Club ain't giving away no gifts.
But it's more like deep in your personal with Oprah. Like she go for
she gonna get in your business.
You gotta think.
She gonna get in your business.
Her connections are billionaires.
Yeah.
Breakfast Club connections.
You be her friend. You go on her show, you gonna be her friend.
We in the 20s. What that lady gonna converse with some kids? We kids stuff.
Shit, she getting Stedman at guest house.
Yeah.
Stedman, ain't that like her man or something?
Mm-hmm.
Get that nigga whole guest house.
I feel like that shows for like older
she needs some young meat.
Chill, lady. You know what I mean? She bring the maturity to class with it. You know what I mean? We young. Get it to it.
Yeah,
Oprah,
that's respected.
You know what I'm saying? I just feel like we wouldn't be her kind of cup of tea. She don't be interviewing rap artists and I ain't heard of it. Y'all have?
She got DMX.
Yeah, she did have DMX at one time.
He was over 50.
going through it though.
He was over 50. He grown.
I think that's when he was young, but he was
going through it though. He was like,
you see what I just said? All to be personal.
Yeah, right.
And she had Tupac too. She had
Stuff
Tupac
like that. Like
too.
I don't want to get sad when I'm going.
I don't want to get sad.
Yeah, you gonna get sad. You gonna be crying with Oprah.
You know what I'm saying?
What you mean about my mama Oprah?
Like for real.
They probably line you up, make you laugh a little bit.
Because they got their ears in the streets. They know what's going on.
Like clips.
And I'm gonna get on their ass. For real.
Yeah. So let's do some final things here, like some last minute housekeeping. In case you haven't heard it already, and you've been sticking with us this far, the Milwaukee 2022 Jam Fest, April 25th, 5 p.m., 9 p.m., the Miramar Theater. Sounds by DJ E, the Black, DJ B Mac, the very own, the Real QD will be there in the building. Make sure you be there, get you a ticket. My man's right here. He got the plug on the tickets. He already hit me up. I got my ticket. I'll be there too. DJ Potential will be in the building too. So, you want to connect with me, get connected with me too. So 313-2005 is the phone number. But if you have a hard time remembering, just follow me on Instagram, DJ.Potential, or the radio station at Transform You Radio. You can also follow the network, Transform You Network, where we got the most followers on IG as well. Either one of those or on Facebook, however you're watching, listening, just let me know you want a ticket and I'll get you with the right people to get a ticket, But we want to pack the house. We want to support the Real QD. We want to continue to support Meechii too on his endeavors and all that he's doing. With that being said, last minute things, what you guys got going on other than what the announcements that we have heard here? Anything, final words, anything else you want to put out there?
Just stream my first project I just dropped like 2 months ago. It's called The Real QD, Quanisha Davis. Just like a little intro of who I am and, a little bit more background on me. So go stream now. All platforms, all apps. And definitely got some new music coming. New music videos. For sure.
Indeed.
To me.
Most definitely, studio working. Gonna be working. Follow me. My IG got hacked, so I got a new page back up. It's only Meechii, MEECHII, and yeah, we finna be working every day. We ready.
I like it.
Yeah, that way we working. 2022, we got big things coming up.
Most definitely.
We will be in the South from March 18th through the 20th. So if y'all in Memphis or Atlanta, make sure y'all come holler at us there. We will be doing shows down there. We also got the Kids Nation Foundation coming in 2022.
Definitely.
And we also got the Dirty Clothing line with Hand Nation Clothing line coming
I
out.
like it.
Yes.
So y'all make sure y'all go follow that. You feel me? Yeah, and go follow that new project, the Real QD, man, on all platforms. And it's up.
Up there.
Yeah.
Up there. He already rocking the Hen Nation hat. I'm looking at that hat right now.
Okay.
Like, you know,
Y'all go to the
I'm going to give me one of them hats.
man.
You're going to give me one of them hats,
Yeah,
man. You know.
I'll get you one personally, baby. I'll throw one for you personally.
Yeah. If we walking around with a Hennessy bottle. gotta keep a Hennessy bottle lined up right here. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us today on the Kinetic PE Mix Show. This has been a great show. You know, remember, man, you know, don't forget to share this around with someone you know, someone you don't know. And as always, I'm DJ Potential on the ones and twos. This is Milwaukee, Wisconsin, WTLB. This is Broadcast Transform You Radio. Until next time, blessings, peace, and lots of love. We out.